Well, hello, viewers, families, and friends. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of Cole and Ken Reviews. I'm Kendrick. This is my lovely wife, Nicole.
Hey.
Just going to touch on, due to the epidemic that's going on around the world at this time, thoughts and prayers are going out to the families, and we know that it's very serious.
Yeah.
A lot of businesses and also things are being shut down at this time, and asked to be stay at home. But the type of work that I do is very important. Transportation. My wife does communication. So we will be out there in the workforce, and we ask for your continued prayers for all of us and all of our families.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we're going to go right into the show. This is actually season 10, and I believe this is episode number 11.
I think so.
So number
I'm
11,
not sure.
if I'm not mistaken.
It'll be in the title.
Exactly. Yeah, been a lot going on this week.
Yes.
So apologies for any inconvenience.
And for us being late, family emergencies and
Yeah, a lot.
everything
going
else.
on.
So we're here though.
Yeah.
Get our mind off of. We're gonna talk about this crazy show.
Yes, indeed. It has been very wow. It's been difficult this season. But here we go. Well, first of all, we're gonna start with Katie and Derek this week. And they kind of touch and go right now, as we see. It look
They
like
real touch and go.
it looked like they were doing pretty good, and Derek started expressing some dreams, some other things that he was interested in getting into as far
Right.
as business wise, and Katie was not accepting that very well.
Or just some bucket list items or
And
something.
she just really was going on, getting on him as far as being too much of a dreamer.
Yeah.
Really just liking that, not knowing exactly what he wanted to do.
If she was important enough to him, you know, or was his dreams more important than her? So
Yeah, she was thinking that his dreams begin to be more important than the marriage itself. So yeah, we have issues on that hand right now.
right. And this episode is the recommitment episode. So each of the ladies are going to meet individually with Dr. Viviana and
All
each
the
of the
men are
men,
meeting with Dr. Cow.
Pastor Cal. So
All right. Well,
Katie is meeting with Dr. Viviana.
yes.
And so she's expressing to Dr. Viviana, about his dreams and how, it basically is getting on her
Did
nerves.
she call him a boy or a kid?
I can't remember.
She called him a boy.
I can't remember.
Something like that.
But that basically he's getting on her nerve with the dreams. She wants to feel like she's his priority, and right now she just doesn't feel like that. So Dr. Viviana was expressing to her to sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it. It pretty much is kind of what she said. But support him.
Now, one thing
he
I
needs
will
support.
say, one thing we discussed in the past, you always a man sometimes have dreams of expanding or trying to better for the home. This is what we do naturally sometimes. Now, you want somebody that's stable minded. At the same time, they do
Right.
have other aspirations. So when you have ideas that pop up in your mind, it's actually a good thing.
Right.
So
And
don't
it's a
always-
balance.
Don't tear it down.
But it's a
Because
balance.
a lot of times we talk like this, and if you listen, understand where we're coming from, and agree, we want you to agree with us. We want you to be on our team.
Or just be understanding at least.
If you understand, kind of like, okay, you know what, we may consider that in the future with some nice comments. He'll go on, and then later on he come back and decide that maybe that dream was not the right
Kinda-
idea.
it's
But
like a
you go with
balance,
it. You
but
go
it's a
with it.
balance.
Don't fight it.
But it's a balance.
Yes, don't fight
You
it.
have dreams and then you tell your expectations and stuff and then you talk about it and then you can tweak here and there and ask some different questions, stuff like that. But anyway, so they got into Dr. Viviana did give her some good advice and told her to just, go home and talk to him because just because he's dreaming doesn't mean that she's gonna be left out, basically. And then
Yeah.
I can let you talk about when he talked to Pastor Cal. It was pretty much, he was just kind of disappointed. He thought they were on a good page, but,
Right. That's what we're saying. We look like they were doing great, and then that happens.
yeah. And
Because the last scene they left off, they were in the tub with the flowers,
Right.
the rose petals and
Right.
everything, and it was on a good note, and then
Right.
it comes on to this, and this is what it starts out with.
But Pastor Cal did express to him sometimes he may have to hold back on some dreams. I mean, it could be that he's just coming at her all at once with like everything he wants to do. Yeah. And so basically they needed to talk to each other, and they did. After they both spoke with Pastor Cal and Dr. Viviana, they came back to the apartment, and they kind of talked it through. And so he did explain to her that the dreams that he wants, the most important dream that he wants is to be in love and to have someone that he can pursue these dreams with, along with a family. So that kind of made her feel a little bit more confident in his I guess in his dreams.
Someone to support him.
Yeah.
As he goes through.
Yeah. Which was Dr. Viviana had expressed to her anyway. You need to be more supportive, and stop knocking down every time he says something. Yeah, sometimes you may have to reel him in.
Express how they feel at that time, because there's times that I've had different aspirations, but I changed my mind.
But at the end of the day, they ended up being okay. So they're gonna stay recommitted. Both of them, said that they wanted to recommit. Mm-hmm. They chose to stay in the marriage and keep going through the process. So they're good right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going to discuss Mika and Michael.
We both like, Okay. Yeah. I guess I'll start with Mika and Dr. Viviana. Basically, Dr. Viviana asked Mika, because Mika is dealing with a liar, so it's a lot going on. She's very frustrated, and Dr. Viviana just basically asked her, is he seeing frustrated Mika every day? Is he dealing with frustrated Mika? And she said, yes, he is.
Yes, and the thing about it is, now, if you keep in mind, when we were looking at the last tape that they rolled, they was having that beautiful breakfast together. He had made the breakfast and everything. It was all rosy.
Yeah.
And now it's like it's an unsure deal, because somewhere, at some point, she must ask him another question about something.
Well,
and he was
she did. She's continually asking him about his work. She's asking for receipts, paycheck stubs, anything. Hours. Yes. So that has been a problem. He has yet to produce these. So it's been a problem. But what Dr. Viviana challenged her with was to soften herself, just so he'd have a soft place to fall, to talk to, so he can open up and be more vulnerable to her. But she needs to soften up. And she agreed to it. So she did recommit to her marriage. She did say that, even though it's hard because she can't trust him, basically. And it's hard when you can't trust somebody. But she did say she was willing to stay in it and recommit. So on her part, she said yes.
Yeah.
Now, Michael did meet with Pastor Cal. And Pastor Cal basically told him to stop lying. I mean, that's the gist of it. And to be open with his wife, because Michael was like, he's the emotional one. He's the one that does this, and he's the one that does that, initiates this. But
he had a lot of insecurity as far as
and
he did bring up the fact that he brought up the reason. Now remember, he just said that he was adopted. He grew up in an adopted family. So
his aunt adopted him. Yes, he grew up in his aunt's house.
Yeah, so he said, so the fact that he was adopted, sometimes when he expresses himself, it's hard to tell the truth, because he's saying that he don't know that when he feel like he don't really know you, he's not gonna tell you the overall truth. That's what he said.
He should say nothing. But, okay. So, basically, Dr. Cal told him to stop lying. Open up to his wife. She has to feel secure.
Mm-hmm. We agree.
So, they went home. We just giving you a quick synopsis. They went home. Yes, they talked, from what we remember. Because it's been a couple of days. It's been a lot going on. Y'all forgive us. And both of them recommitted. He did say he wanted to stay in his marriage, so they recommitted. He did. And so both of them are going to work on it.
He did.
They'll go from there.
The last time we saw, she was good, he was good.
So they're good to decision day.
Again. But when they meet the council, everything comes out at that time, even with past stuff that they haven't dealt with. Right. It all comes out when they meet with the counselors.
Right.
So this series is basically about meeting with the counselors. the men.
Yeah, just to see if they're gonna stay in the marriage or not.
And then they did a switch at the end.
Yeah.
They met Dr. Cal met with the women as a group, and then
right.
Viviana met
Try
with
not
the
to
guys.
touch my face, y'all. They say don't touch your face.
Okay. All right, Taylor and Brandon, come on down.
God,
I
thought we were done with them.
Taylor and Brandon. Well, what happened was, if you notice that, well, they met, they talked. She reassured him, he reassured her, and they're gonna try this again. Yeah.
I thought we were done with them. He said he was done.
She wanted to be done, but then that's not. Hey, they say expect the unexpected.
She told Taylor met with Dr. Viviana, and she was like, she wanted to be committed. She wanted to be a wife to him. Yeah. He didn't want to, he told her he didn't want a friend, and she understood that. And
so now she said she want to be a wife.
So now she says she want to be a wife.
She want to be a wife now.
And so
To Brandon,
yeah.
To Brandon.
And so Brandon met with Pastor Cal, and he decided to try again. But he had some stipulations.
He said, you need to do some certain things for me.
Which I think goes both ways, but they talked about it.
And she said, you need to do some certain things for me.
Right.
So then they both agreed on it. So it looked like they back in business. So we're going to wish them well in this new journey. Taylor, Brandon.
Yeah, they decided to, be
more
respectful.
Try it
and when they have issues, they're going to talk to each other about the issues. If he needs some time to himself, he's going to let her know, and it's not going to be these days.
She's not going to express stuff online.
Right.
Again.
And he's going to be respectful.
If issues, she's to come to him.
And he's to go to her.
Tell him.
And vice versa.
What's going on.
Yeah, vice versa.
So you can try to fix it.
Yeah, so both of them decide to communicate with each other better.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
We'll see.
That was all. That's all we remember. That was enough.
Brandon, yeah. Okay. Well, we got Mindy and Zach.
Thought we were done with them too.
Well, and I'm gonna tell you why they're not done, because I'm gonna do Zach's part right now with Dr. Cal before we get into the Mindy part. Dr. Cal meets with Zach. He actually tells him, you suck as a husband. Flat out. He's looking like, really? Yes, he said, you do. You're not trying hard enough. You don't even live with her. So he's like, you in or out. If you don't try to move in, then you're out. So guess what? Zach said, okay, that's what I'll do. I'm going to move in.
But before that, he didn't tell Pastor Cal he was going to move in yet. He said he would think about it or whatever he told him. When Mindy met with Dr. Viviana challenged her to make some demands on Zach since she decided to stay. She wanted to commit. She didn't want to give up. She didn't want to be the one to give up.
Well, she's very optimistic. That's Mindy.
Even though she's
an optimistic person. Now, I don't never really see her cry, but she optimistic as far as stating what she wants and how she wants it. But yeah, she advised that she better speak up and be hard on him, not soft.
Right.
Because you need to give your demands and tell him what you need, or else it's done. She said, tell him, y'all are done.
Yeah, and
if he can't meet the needs, then she said, stand up and say we're through.
Yeah, and they also talked about the phone calls and the text messages between Zach and
the friend.
That
so-called friend.
But and Pastor Cal got on Zach about that as well. But so basically, Dr. Viviana told Mindy to make some demands on him. Mm-hmm. Do stuff that's going to be right for you.
Press it. Mm-hmm.
So when they got together,
she
did tell him one of the things. She had a few little things. I can't remember what they were. The main thing was he needed to move in.
Exactly.
So Zach came over.
She had about 3. She did about
3 or 4.
Yeah, she did 4 actually.
Yeah. Zach came over with a bag. He brought both dogs, so that means he was going to stay. He was going to spend the night. He brought a bag, one little backpack bag.
Yeah, but the way that went down. Now, he smiles and all good, and she optimistic. Now, she tells us, she said, hey, she almost couldn't believe she was so giddy. She was like, I can't believe it. I actually get to wake up in the morning with my husband next to me. This is going to be great.
So she hadn't woke up with him since the honeymoon.
She was so happy that he was in the apartment. that this was a great feeling for her.
So they got ready for bed and everything. He brushed his teeth. She brushed her teeth.
Oh
Everything.
yeah,
She said, "You ready to go to bed?" He
yeah,
say,
what a surprise.
I think I'm sleeping in the other room. I think that'll be best." So he went to the other room, and she's just laying there. So
Laying
we'll see how
down,
that goes. He's in
yeah,
the apartment.
that was not a good feeling for her right then.
She
It's like she
said,
got slapped in the face.
"She said I need you to move in." He moved in. Well, he at least spending the night
Mm.
because he only had one bag. So I guess
But
he'll go to
she
his
noticed
apartment
that
every
'cause she
day.
did mention that. She said,
You need to bring some
"You
more
haven't brought
clothes.
enough things."
Yeah, she did say you're gonna need to bring some more clothes.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Oh man.
But both of them, he did want it. He wanted to stay recommitted. He's mentioned something to the Pastor Cal about something about TV, and Pastor Cal's like, "This is not about TV. This is about don't do something to her heart. Don't hurt her. Or don't treat her like that if you're not going to be in it." So
Right.
he decided to stay. Which Pastor Cal know that was bull, but what can he do?
That's some phony baloney.
Yeah.
Exactly. But anyway, the 4 points that she gave, we know the one.
Yeah, the other ones, I mean, I don't. Oh, I do remember one. Spend time with her outside of filming.
That's right.
Yeah, I do remember that one. Because I was like, oh, so he only come around when the cameras are there. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't remember the other ones. And that one
Yeah.
just popped in my head.
Exactly. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next couple, which is Jessica and Austin, the last one.
Yeah.
These are the actual couple that's doing well
Yeah.
at this point in time.
Yeah, I think Jessica is basically falling in love with Austin, and she wants him to say it first.
She's just afraid to say it
Yeah.
right now.
She wants
at
him to
this
say it
point,
first.
She would like for him to say it.
He gonna say it on his own time. I mean,
Man, we
don't push it, don't rush it, let it happen.
Man, we don't rush things like that. We let
But
stuff
I mean,
come
let
natural.
him say it when he feel it.
When you keep bothering somebody, hey, when you going,
And I don't think
make you wait longer.
Yeah, and she really hasn't. It's just that she want him to so bad because she want to. And if she feel, if you feel it, say it.
He might say it next.
If he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But you expressed yourself, and that's. I mean, I understand. I kind of understand what she's saying though, but at the same time, just go
'Cause she
forward
reminded
and
me-
yes or
yeah.
no.
Nah, because she kind of doing like what Katie's doing.
Yeah, but she doing it a little different. She not so pushy with her. She just she letting him flow. She just don't want to say it.
Yeah, nice to him. But she's still, in that mode where she need to hear that word. But it's coming.
Pastor Cal, when he was talking to Pastor Cal asked him, was it something that would make him not recommit or not say yes on decision day? And he was like, if she broke his trust, I think that's what he said.
Yeah, if she wasn't honest with him.
Yes, about something. Yeah.
Just being completely honest. Or
But of
open.
course, both of them said they were going to recommit, and I think they went home. And Dr. Viviana had challenged her to kind of express how she felt, but she kind of got a little weird with it, so she didn't do it. But I mean, so far they're okay. So if that's the only problem they have, she do need to express her husband how she feel though. I mean, and don't be like, I'm not gonna tell him if he don't tell me. If you feel it, feel it. I mean,
don't hold that.
it'll
back.
come.
Yeah.
Just keep doing what you're doing, because he may be feeling that way, but he's not saying it, but he expressing
I
it.
already feel that way at this point in time. I mean,
Because it's one of those
Nobody
things.
gonna laugh at you.
But it's one of those things too. Sometimes
Nobody gonna laugh at
he can be not saying it but expressing it, because like he's always doing things that's showing you how he feel, even though he might not verbally be saying it. So you just got to look at everything.
Time verbally saying it in the beginning, you can't.
You got to look at everything.
You
can't just look at the verb. You just can't go by the verbal communication. Sometimes you got to go by the actions, and his actions are saying to how he feels. So she needs to go with that.
She asks him something, and he does it. So.
But that was pretty much it.
Yeah, and it seems like they're doing a well job, very well compared to these others. They struggling right now.
And
they're the more mature couple to me. These others, they leave, they come back, they leave, they come back, and then try to work it out. But it's always the stuff behind them that they still struggling with. So even when they come back, they go back to the. You see what Mika's doing. every time they reconcile, then the next time he's talking and she don't trust him, and that trust issue keeps coming up.
Yeah, because he keep
So,
lying.
just gonna. She wants to try to work it out. So,
That's the thing.
anytime
Yeah.
that you try to continue to stay in there, when you feel it in your heart, it ain't right.
Yeah, I
You're
don't
gonna
know.
always have those issues, but it's gonna weigh him down because you're always talking about how, So it's a lot of
Yeah.
it's,
So
it's back and forth on that.
at the end of the show, like Ken had said earlier, all the ladies met with Pastor Cal, and then all the men met with Dr. Viviana.
Yep.
And they were just kind of going over things
Sitting
that
around
had
the
happened.
table and
Yeah.
actually asking, what do you
How
think?
were things going
how do you
and
feel
things like
about-
that.
Yeah, just a little round table questions
Right.
about the different spouses, but they switched up. He met with the women.
Yeah,
And she
so
met
it
with
was
the
it
men.
was funny though that when Pastor Cal asked Mindy did Zach move in, she said he brought a bag. He's talking about a bag of what? Like a bag of groceries? What we talking about?
He brought him
But
back
yeah, so
and went to the next room.
right. Jessica put in her little 2 cents, but I'm like, you stay out of it. You just keep going with your stuff because all of them have things. It's something. Even Jessica and Austin, they have little things. We may not see everything that's going on. They have little things
They doing
because
something off camera.
she a little anal and she a little bossy.
Controlling. She
So
kinda
yeah,
controlling.
yeah.
So you
So
watch her too.
everybody have something. So you stay in your lane. Let Mindy. If Mindy's putting up with it, and hey, that's Mindy.
That's what it is.
Do that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens this week. I mean, it was just pretty much. I mean, the ones
Just
that
me with all accounts.
I thought Brandon was done, but I guess he wasn't. So
I thought he was done.
I
too,
thought he
for
didn't
sure.
want to be on camera anymore. He was a private person, and this was too much. But I guess he's dealing with it now. He finally got used to the cameras, I guess. So we'll see.
Well, I'm gonna end with that. I guess we're gonna try to catch episode 12, if it is 12 on next week.
I think it's 12. I hope so.
If my mind serves me right. But in the case, appreciate you once again tuning in to Colin King Reviews.
Yes.
And it's been interesting this season. It's been a hard season for everyone.
Been a hard
I'm
season.
speaking for all reviewers. I know it's been hard and difficult. But at that rate, we're going to go ahead and tell you until next time.
Peace.